But yeah, I still can't get over that scrapper. I mean, he was going, you know, at the rate that he was loading his truck, like he jumped out the truck, he grabbed that steel, he threw it in flat out, and jumped back in the truck, took off to the next pile. If you've got to make, you know, if you want to make money for the day, you know, it's not just going around cruising around nicely and, you know, taking videos and talking and, you know, la-di-da. You've got to sort of, you know, I mean, you want to do at least 2 full trips, but you're best off to do that. You're best off starting first thing in the morning as soon as daylight breaks. That way you can easily go to the scrapyard, empty, come back, do another one, probably go to the scrapyard again, and then probably come back and even do one more. Wow. So many trophies, golfing trophies. I mean, in the last few days, I've seen at least 4 boxes of trophies, which is pretty strange. That everyone in sort of one area are all getting rid of their trophies. You know, it just goes to show, you know, that old theory of, you know, 99 monkeys, you know, when 99 people, or the 100th monkey, something like that, 100 people do the same thing, then it catches on and everyone kind of does it. I don't know, something like that. Right. Okay, we've got it. I like these lamps because they've got the solid base, and a lot of time it's concrete in that, but you can kind of get away in the scrap metal just throwing it in. Okay, I'm getting a bit far away from the van. Might take that just to muck around with, a little bit of a toy. But as far as gun control in Australia and being able to defend yourself here in Australia, this is what we use: plastic toy guns, and we hope that people think they're real and they run. That's as good as it gets. Okay. I mean, this is about as much exercise as I get, you know. This is my style of exercise. So I suppose, you know, people go for long walks or go for a run, you know, for an hour or so, you know, walk in the park for a couple of hours. Well, this is what it is for me too. This is just like going for a walk, but instead I'm picking up scrap. So there's no hourly rate, you know. I don't try and calculate, oh, you know, I got X amount of scrap, so you know, I spent X amount of time, so that's how much I've made per hour. You know, it's not like that. Okay. So if I can move a bit of this. Alright, I might just drive the van up here so I can get this nice heavy bits of steel. These are nice chairs actually. Really nice. I'm surprised no one actually picked them up. You know? Alright, I'll get the van. Okay. These. I don't know why my windscreens are on. Alright. That went in good. Oh, it's a nice little step ladder. I'll keep that. And this is just an absolute shambles. My gosh. What a mess. And look at all that stuff all over. What a mess. I'll take the fan. At least I've taken a few bits of rubbish off that. Oh wow, what are these? They look like hubs or drums or something. I'll take them. There's a few of them. It's sort of like a hub. Oh well. There's a bit of weight in them. Two more. That's pretty good. So I've noticed a few scrappers around today, but still not as many as. I wonder what this cage is off. It's a good bit of steel. If I can get it in. Perfect. Happy with that. What's that? Oh yeah. Well, our steel mate hasn't come around here yet. He would have taken all that. Might go crisscross because we're just about full. This one's a really good pile here. Good bits of steel. take that.
I won't take the fan, but I'll just cut the cord.
Take that. Take that. Oh. There's more steel than I expected here. Oh, that's a nice piece of fence or a gate. Oh yeah, we're just about full. There's some big
Oh yeah.
they're also heavy. Oh. That was a good pile.
Take this. Cut some cords.
I think this street and maybe one more is just about going to do us. I'm just moving up a little bit here because there you go.
How many boxes of trophies is that? Remember what I said about 99 monkeys?
That's a really nice soccer. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Timber, plastic. It's a bit of steel. Yeah, I think we're just about, we're going to be full. I don't think we've got much weight. So I don't know how much we're going to get out of it. Timber. Some really nice brackets.
See this box of screws and stuff? I can just throw the whole thing. There's even aluminium in there.
There's some nice steel. I can throw this whole paint can into shred steel because it's mostly all steel anyway.
These brackets I'll probably keep because they're just so heavy duty.
Yeah, we'll throw that into scrap steel too. Why not? We can fit. Yeah, I think that's just about it. Unless I see some really thin pieces. But yeah, there's no real point of going around. I haven't spent much time out here, but yeah, I can't fit any more really in. I can squeeze a few bits up the top. So I guess I'll just try and make my way back home or back to the scrapyard. I'll take the fans because I might be able to squeeze them in and still cut the cords and still get scrap. Yeah. Every bit that we can put in now is just a little bonus, I suppose. Wow, this lamp power. What is that? No idea. Looks like an oxygen thing, you know, or a hydration thing. See if I can. Yep. Yeah, I'll still squeeze stuff in. So as long as it doesn't really cost me much in fuel, you know, if I can just walk around a little bit more. Fluorescent tube. I'll take some fan grills. Wow, a lot of furniture. I'll just move up a little bit. It's not going to be a whole heap of money, I know that, but we're just trying to see if we can actually, you know, just actually, you know, make a little bit of money so we can, you know, do this simulation as if we're trying to buy food for the day. Okay, I've seen a car wheel tyre, and my scrapyard accepts one or two with tyres, so I might see if I've got some room around this side because it's a good weight. Yeah, I'll be able to squeeze it up there, throw it in there, because yeah, for the weight, you know, it's decent money. See, as long as it got a rim. I don't know what it would be from, but this weighs, you know, a lot more than a lot of the stuff in here, so we can get that. Well, there's still work to do, I suppose. I've still got to go to the scrapyard and unload and scrap out a couple of those PCs at the yard while I'm there. But aside from that, I think I'm just about done. I can't fit any more in, really. So yeah, I'll just start heading back. Push bike I can't put in. If I see any steel bars on the side, I'll stop and pick them up. And geez, you know, I reckon I've only done half of this zone anyway. There's so much more to go on this. We're all the way up there. Yeah. So okay guys, let's make our way to the scrapyard now and get rid of this junk. So again, it's a bit of a simulation, so where we're trying to feed the family, and we're also assuming that we don't have any room at home to do this sort of stuff. So all we can do it out of our car, and that's it. Yeah, so a lot of people live in shared accommodation or live in flats, apartments or whatever. They can't, you know, unload all their scrap when they get back. Oh God, there's so much more. I've got to keep reminding myself that I can't fit any more in. But yeah, so it's just to see, you know, like, you know, if you can do it without having any other resources other than a vehicle and just going straight to the scrapyard. There's fans, oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, going straight to the scrapyard, unloading and going home. And so technically, unless there's items that you actually really like, that you want to keep, you should be empty again, and it's as if you never even went anywhere. And so that's the whole idea. And hopefully on the way back you can go to this grocery store and you can buy yourself some food to bring home. And so you've only gone out for a couple of hours, come back with a bag of food. You know, that's the end result, and that's all that really matters. You know, if you know, so hopefully this challenge kind of you know, gives people an idea that are looking at scrapping and are a bit short on money, and think, okay, I'm just going to go out one day for a couple of hours, going to load up as much scrap as I can. You know, it's different in every country, I suppose. You know, it's, you know, we're kind of a little bit unique here in Australia to do this, but you know, I've got a lot of subs that are Australian, you know, and so if you're in Australia and you're looking at ways to get a bit of money, get a bit of food, well, this is one option for you guys. Okay, I'm here at the scrapyard and I'm going to get myself a steel bin so I can load up into. So I'll park it right out here and I'll get a bin put at the back of my van. Well, this aluminium I'll keep, so there's a few dollars worth of aluminium there, so we won't be selling that today. Okay. All right, I'll just wait for the bin. Thanks, mate. All right. Don't know how I'm going to get all this out. This is a bit awkward because a lot of things have still got cords on them and stuff. And so no, we're not taking the fans or the motors out of the fans. We're hungry. We've got to put food on the table as fast as we can. PCs, I'm either going to leave the PCs out or see if I can scrap a couple on the spot. Well, this is going to take a while. He only gave me a small bin. It's not going to be big enough. We want the transformer. Okay, it's a good copper one, really heavy. The fan copper, that'll do. Okay, well that's one microwave. Okay. It's all my little pile so far. Nice slot card. Normally I get a much bigger bin, not this time. I might take that, do the motor at home. Will I be able to get another little bin for steel? Let's get this motherboard out. This one's a good one. It's got a RAM, a CPU, and 2 slot cards. So get quite a lot more value taking home, actually, more than I expected. Oh well, probably about right, because initially I didn't expect I was going to get so many PCs. Motherboard, cable, get this DVD drive. I'll deal with that later. Okay. One PC. Pretty dusty. All I want to do is just disconnect the capacitor, and that's it. We're pretty much safe to go now. That's how I do it anyway. That's another copper transformer wire. We try and rip some out. Okay. They can have the rest. I think I'll have to get my vacuum cleaner out when I get back home. Give it a good vac. PC. Dell. Okay. This one's loaded. Power supply unit. Motherboard. No RAM on that one. Cables. Alright, that was easy. Alright. I'll do those two microwaves. Whew. Tell you what, it's a bit of work. I mean, I don't really have to rush. I don't know why I am, because there's no real great time limit. So far all these transformers are copper. They're really, really heavy compared to, you know, some these days. There you go. Okay, last microwave. Yep, another copper one. Just get as much as I can, you know. I can't completely scrap it and get every little morsel, but you know, it's good enough. I don't have every tool that I would need, and I don't want to hang around too long. Aluminium radiator I'll take home. This motor I'll take, alternator. Pick up some of these screws so no one gets a puncture. Like, oh, okay. This, well, 3 hard drives, a floppy and a thing, and a two RAM. Well, I might actually take this one home. It's too much to do here. Get rid of that. This one looks straightforward. I'll just see how I feel when I've finished, whether I want to scrap that PC out. But it looks quite involved. It might be better off just more fun doing it at home. This one's also got 2 RAMs. Beautiful. Bit of wire. Might take out that ferrite. DVD I won't bother with. Right. Now I don't want these cast irons, and I don't want to sell them separate. They can just have them. Okay. Well, we're almost there, guys. Yeah, just a few things I want to keep. Still got a few things at the back there. I want to start getting some of this in, because this looks like a mess too. I'm just glad that they've got a nice shady spot here in the afternoon. Yeah. Okay. Well, all the transformers done out of microwaves. Scrapped most PCs except for one. Got some motherboards, got some slot cards, a lot of cable. So there's more cable than I thought. And with the motherboards, there must be, I don't know, about $30–40 worth here. Transformers, yeah, easy $30. So, still got motors, the fan motor, and yeah, and aluminium radiator. There's some copper. Okay, guys, I've weighed out, cashed up, and now it's time to leave this little scrapyard. Well, it's actually not a little one. These guys turn over a lot of scrap, mate. There's another scrapper. He comes here. He's virtually there every day. Goes around. I think he does the mechanics places and picks up motors and wheels. But yeah. So what you saw there was just a little. That's the non-ferrous area. So the actual weighbridge is all over the other side, and that's where the trucks come in, and that's where normally I take my scrap steel. But I'm actually surprised. I think this challenge worked out really good, and we're going to have plenty of food on the table tonight, guys. And so I really, honestly, I expected less than half of what I actually picked up. So you ready? Pressing steel. Now I really don't know if you're going to get this. Yeah, I think that might be right. So pressing steel, 580 kilos at 16 cents a kilo. So it's a pretty good price at the moment. That's about as high as it's been, you know, for the last 2 years anyway. It hasn't gone any higher than that. So 580 kilos, 16 cents a kilo, got $92.80. $92.80, guys. 50, 70, 90, $2.80. I even got a brand new coins. Brand new flashy $2 coin. So there you go. $92.80. And you know, can't complain with that. So I'll just put this away because we're going to go and get some food and see what we can get for $92.80. And we can bring it back and we can feed the family. So yeah, $92.80. It's okay. I mean, everywhere is different as far as what you can buy for that kind of money. Now this is $92.80 in Australian dollars. So here in Australia, a lot of things are pretty expensive actually. Food, petrol, even alcohol and cigarettes. It's very expensive compared to a lot of other countries. So now $92 is what, about, I don't know, about $70 say US. So I reckon in America you could get a lot more food for $92 than you, or for $70 US in America than you could for $92 in Australia. It might be a little bit more, it might even be like $75 US. But so yeah, food is very expensive here in Australia, and for some reason, and especially things like meat. You don't get much meat if you want the good stuff. If you want like ribeye, steak, you know, forget about it. It's very expensive for you know, an average family that, you know, isn't a high income family. You know, it's not the sort of thing you can eat every day, that's for sure, you know. But you know, as far as on a low budget food, I think we might be able to, you know, still get enough food to you know, give us a few meals. So we'll see how we go. And let's spend this $92. All right, let's get in there. Okay, I think I'm done here, guys. That's my trolley. So going by my calculator, I think I've reached $92.80 or thereabouts. So let's go and pay for this. So I was 15 cents over. So $92.95. So we're done really good. So just about spot on. $92.95. So yep, I only had to break 15 cents out of the piggy bank. So that's it. So let's take this back and see what we ended up actually buying. You know, it's a little bit hard when you're on budget. You know, it's hard to buy things when you think, oh, I'm going to have enough. So it's not easy, you know, for people that got an exact amount they can spend. You know, you don't want to start off buying too much, you know, or anything really expensive, and then get to the stuff that you really need, like milk and bread and, you know, stuff like that. So all right, let's go back. So we're heading back. But yeah, that was interesting. It's first time for a long time I've actually had to, you know, really shop on a budget, like on an exact amount. And yeah, it was just a bit of an eye-opener, and I could just see what people have to go through when they, you know, they got exact, like say you got, like I had $92.80. Okay, I had a little bit extra change in my pocket, so I could pay for that extra 15 cents. But you know, if I didn't have the extra 15 cents in my pocket, it would have been a little bit embarrassing, you know, like at the checkout, oh, I'm sorry, I'm 15 cents short, you know. Now, no doubt, I mean, I'm a regular there, no doubt they would have said, oh, okay, don't worry about it, you know, rather than create a scene, you know. But still, it must be embarrassing for people that are, you know, didn't calculate what they bought, because I used a calculator with everything. So I don't know where I missed out. Might have been just one too many bananas. But you know, it's damn hard. But hey, we did it. We got a few meals out of this, I think, and you know, some snack meals, and you know, we got a milk, 2 liters of milk. That's now I could have bought cheap milk. There's really cheap milk, obviously, but I prefer to buy one particular kind of milk. It's high in vitamin D and stuff like that. So it's twice as much as normal milk. But if you're used to a certain milk, you can't do, you know, you can't just change. But I suppose if you really had to, I can buy milk for $1 a litre. And everything else, you know, there was a few things that I could have left out and bought more food, like orange juice. It was $6 for the orange juice, so I could have left that out and, you know, bought more sausages or some more potatoes or something. But you know, man can't live on bread and potatoes alone. You have to have a little bit of a balance, and so this is the best. The only thing, you know, I bought bacon obviously, but because I've got chickens, I don't have to buy eggs. So you know, that's one thing to, if you got the opportunity, if you've got some land, you know, a backyard, you know, one thing you could do as far as eggs anyway is have your own chickens. And obviously fruit and vegetables, well, I try and grow some of my own vegetables. It's out of season at the moment, so there's nothing much happening. I try and grow, you know, as many fruit trees as I can. I've got peaches here, I have apple tree, another peach tree or nectarine. I've got a new lemon tree coming up. This is my persimmon tree, so I've got, you know, the birds like to eat. I share my fruit with the birds, but these persimmon, they're not even ripe yet. They're going to come on in a couple of weeks and I'll be ready to pick. So, you know, things like that, you know, help offset a small budget. But, you know, I've got my olive tree out the front there and a whole heap of other things in the backyard. So because I've been reasonably busy with the small business and stuff, my garden's sort of run down a little bit, but you know, now that I've slowed down the eWaste business and just doing it more part-time and as a hobby, I've got more time to put into my garden, and so there'll be a lot more things growing. So like down here, whenever I use up a pineapple, I plant the pineapple tops. So I've got a few out in the back, and these two are starting off in the front here. Pineapples take a long time, but at the same time they're a nice plant in the garden whilst you're waiting for your pineapples to grow. So you only get one pineapple off each plant, so that'll just like it'll spread out just like it looks now, but a lot bigger, and then a new pineapple will grow on top. And eventually I've got more pineapples inside that I'm going to be using up. So, you know, I plant out all this empty space here with pineapples, and, you know, it's just a little bit of fun and some food, and always herbs growing around. So all right, let's get this stuff out and on the table. Okay, so here we are. We ended up getting 6 bags of groceries. Obviously we had to get some milk, so I did that, and got a nice big 3 litres of orange juice. So that was 1 bag. We got our nice crusty Vienna bread. So we got our bread and milk and orange juice. I got 24 barbecue kind of sausages. They're only cheap quality, but still 24 barbecue sausages. I did get a 1 bottle of soft drink just for a bit of a treat. You know, life's too short. Can of baked beans. I got 2 cans of 4-bean mix for bean salad, so that might go with the sausages of bag 2. And here's the total. The total was $92.95, so we're only 15 cents short, so that's not too bad at all. $92.95. Okay, got a nice bag of potatoes. These ones were on special, so they're just the plain potatoes, but they're good for mashed potato and some maybe chips. So sausages and mashed potato, bang as a mash. Whole chicken. Okay, the chicken costs $8.36. It's just over 2 kilos. So it's a good small family sized chicken. And frozen baby peas. That's a few serves there. We got some bananas, okay, for breakfast and stuff, bit of a snack. I got a bag of carrots, 1 kilo of carrots. I needed some lemons for making cups of tea until my lemon tree grows. Got some tomatoes. Not the best quality, but they're okay for salad, sandwiches. And 4 sweet corns. All right. I've got a celery. I got some party sausage rolls as a TV snack, you know. not the healthiest thing, but you know, you can't just eat all healthy food. I did get a corn silver side. It's just a chunk of beef. You boil this in a pot. It's $11.30. It's 1.4 kilos. It's just a cheap cut of beef. You cook it, you know, for an hour and a half or so, and yeah, it's okay. Cut it up into sandwiches. Put some gravy on it. It's all right. It's just a cheap meal. Packet of 5 my goreng noodles. These are nice. You do a few packets together and complements the meal, you know. I got 2 packets of pasta, fettuccine. So this 500 grams each. This makes a lot of food for you know, 2 big family servings. And I got 1 kilo of Australian brown rice. So brown rice is obviously a little bit healthier than white rice. Yeah, so 1 kilo will last quite a long time. I got 1 coffee, just a bit of an indulgence, little cappuccino sachets, 10 in there. I got 5 slices of smoked bacon in here that will go with the eggs that our chickens produce. And finally, 1 Jap pumpkin. So this I might roast up or grill a little bit of it, and the rest I'll probably just make a pumpkin soup out of. Nice, hearty, warm pumpkin soup. So that's it. That's what we got for $92.50. And yeah, it's not bad. It looks like there's quite a lot there, but $92 is still, you know, a lot of money. So this is what I basically worked for a few hours. I did say it took 1.5 hours to do it. I think it was more like 2.5 hours, but time flies when you're having fun. So our main meats here is the whole chicken. So there's a meal. The corn silver side is a meal, and the 24 barbecue sausages will get, you know, a couple of meals out of that for sure. Like a barbecue and maybe grilled sausages, or sausages with mashed potatoes, some nice corn, got a nice, you know, nice chunk of bread, and yeah, and you know, like I said, the milk was a little bit more expensive than your cheap milk, but that's the milk that we drink. And you know, the orange juice is a bit of a luxury. It's a really big one, $6. So could have bought more food, some more vegetables maybe, but you know, it's okay. And you know, got plenty of pasta, and geez, you know, even, you know, a little bit of a snack, you know, and a lot of rice. That's, you know, this is like 2 or 3 weeks worth of rice here. Brown rice goes a long way, because yeah, there's only so much. Yeah, so we got some bacon we can have with breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. And you know, obviously Pepsi it's not my favorite drink, but it's just a mixer drink for me. So guys, I hope that was a little bit of fun for you. Just did the challenge, just to show that if you didn't have any money and you're hungry, there's no food in the fridge, well, you know, you can go out there and scrap. You know, it might not be as good as scrap as what I come across today, but you know, if you persist and just go around maybe over a couple of days, you know, even, you know, walk around your local area rather than driving, and, you know, pick up a bit of scrap, you will make a little bit of money there. And so that's what it was all about. It was just to show that it can be done. And you know, even though hard rubbish doesn't come around every day, so it's not as if you can just walk out and start picking up scrap metal, you know. But if you also do industrial areas and jump into dump masters and stuff like that, I'm sure you'll find some scrap metal there too and stuff that you can cash in instantly. And on top of the $92 that we got, we also got another $40 or so worth of good scrap that we can also take to a scrapyard. So, you know, if I wanted to spend more time on that, you know, this table could have been even bigger. You know, would have got probably a little bit more meat. Didn't get any steaks or anything like that, but you know, still it'll do. It's good enough. Got some, you know, long-term, you know, or things that can last over a few days anyway, that we can, you know, I think there's, you know, about 4 days worth of food here at least. Just bare minimum, but still, you know, that's it. All right, guys, well, keep scrapping, have fun, and I'll catch you next time soon with something else.